よし。どこいるんだ。プライベートですか。恐ろしい場所を見つけてしまった。シリーズの H デザイン、脅かしはある、テーマパーク、雰囲気はある、謎だけある。案内図がユニティっぽい。謎解きワールドね。ガチの計算問題ばかり違う意味で怖いです。これ難しかったな。これなんだっけ。超エモいです。雰囲気ワールド。RTA6 分。3は行きたくねえな。 マジ神って言われてるところに行ってみますか。でっかっ。この容量が一番ホラーだわ。曲がりなりにもブロードバンドで助かりました。うわ何やジャンプスキャードやめてくれよ。怖いよもうすでに怖いよ。わあ You aren't an NPC, are you?
What? Can you?
Are you a player?
I'm not going inside.
Well, maybe. Well, you should create a new instance. The animation is ongoing.
This a horror map.
Yes, and
Did you try going in?
ちょっと待ってよ。Come with me.あ、何が Come with me だ。フレンドプラスだこれ。まあいっか。あら、スティーブンさんこんばんは。あれ？聞こえなかったぞ。ということは、ちょっと待ってよ。ということは何かおかしいぞ。Can somebody on my channel post a message to test if the text-to-speech program on my PC is working now?
Please take a seat behind you. This animation starts in 30 seconds.
まださっき見たんだよな。
So, you came back. Didn't you already had enough? You are lucky that Gabrielle didn't catch you. We already killed one of your friends. Do you remember her? You do not. Well, let me help you to remember. Let's go back in time so you can see your friend die again. I bet you remember this place, don't you? This is where Sermet killed your friend. Let us watch this happy moment again. It's music in my ears. I could listen to this all day.
右にも一人と。
Freya and her auntie, Lulu
It all began with this. An idea to entertain people across VR chat. I thought to myself, how can I create something unique and different to bring joy and happiness to everyone? I'm glad that I was able to accomplish it. I have to thank every single one of you. Without your support, I wouldn't be here right now. If you have a dream, don't hold it back. Do everything to make it possible. Enjoy this small show.
What I'd like for you to do right now, I want you to think about your dream. Because I'm in a room full of
キング欲
dreamers.
しい。
Think about your dream right now. I want you to think about it. And envision it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me share something with you.
I have a dream.
I do not believe that any of us have dreams that were not given to us for the purpose of accomplishing those particular dreams. And I want to share something with you that has changed my life. I started out, as was indicated by Jack, very humble beginnings. I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how far-fetched it might appear to be. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. But here's what I know. That dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible. Let's say that together, please. Say, it's possible.
上。なんかワールドの趣旨変わってんの？
Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing technical difficulties. Warning, this is a total blackout. Please stand by as we are currently testing our systems.
There is no need to test anything. Hello there. Did you miss us? Even we have to say thank you to you. But make no mistake about it. Next time, we won't let you go that easy. Thanks to everyone for the support. The right part 2 will be coming. Let us continue. See you all next time.
えらいこっちゃ。どっかで見たことある玉座と思ったら。 なんというか、画面が死ぬほど見づらい。とにかくどっかに移動しよう。プライベート63人。
寝室、意味深です。
あ、そういう。あれ、銭湯とかそんなに。あら、おかしいな。このネギは何に使うんだ。
風邪ひいたときに。
風邪をひいた時にっていうところまでは分かるけれど、風邪をひいた時にどう使うかっていうのは結構いろいろあれですよね。議論が分かれると。
尻に
尻にそれローマ字にしても何ら隠せてないんですけどヘイシリにネギをしたらどうかな。すみません、よくわかりません。
肛門科に行くことになります。
そうですね。じゃあ模式図を作ってみるか。このようになります。このようになりますと青いクマが2匹いるんじゃない、必要なんじゃないかこれ。これしちゃった。あ、忘れてた。どっちに持たせようかな。ここは意表をついて。
Michael! Michael, come here! Guys, get out, sit on here. Oh!
取りたいものは取れたしいいか。
Just want a cup of tea. Tasty, good. Guys, come here, let me brush your hair. Yala, sit down. Sit down, let me try to brush your hair.
潔いぐらい真四角の部屋だ。ビデオプレイヤーが置かなくなったら開発者のせいだって。 右手がコントローラーになっちゃった。アバターワールドに見ようがない。花火が長いするのはよくないな。音って飛んでる再生止められないのかな。さてさて皆さん何を書いてるのかな。 ファックスとうまいな。
Yeah, that was my friend.
1の動機が取れてないけど、誰が書いてんの？じゃあこっちで別のもの書いてらっしゃる。こっちは持ってるマーカーの色が違う。
And did you just assume their gender?
消えない。
Seamless laggy. Fuck it, I'm dancing. Oh yeah. I think it's sexy up here. Is that a Twitch head? Are you streaming, sir?
Yes, I am streaming.
Oh my lord. Yo, do me a big ass favor and just feel my titties right now.
You can ask the dude right behind you.
No, that's my cat. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, I got my cat a VR headset, bro.
Wow.
She was on my lap a few minutes ago, but she wanted to play too, so now she's here.
Well, looks like she's enjoying too.
There you go. I gave you some string. Now have fun. Oh my god, you can lick. That's so weird.
Is she smiling? That's for some reason that creeps me out.
You don't know. I've seen girls loot other girls. Stella. There we go. Boy and a girl. Now what happens next, children? May we ask you? Which do you conform to? What? What? I think that was accidental, but that's perfect accidental. Barbecue? brother? Let me guess, you don't have a microphone?
That's actually considered a thing.
こいつがおかしいのか。
So there's this, which either means you're trans or non-binary.
Take this broken mic.
You guys solving a conspiracy over here? Oh wait, you're talking to one another. Oh damn. Oh.
Oh, the bump.
What's that behind you? Skip back a little bit.
Wrong.
See you get big, Sean.
My.
It's just a fan, it's an air conditioner. Oh my god. Your twin tails could literally just destroy a house. Look at these bitches. They're like tornadoes in and of themselves. I'm gonna make him the king. The king of VR chat. Alright, it's not a very good crown, but you get the idea. Bruh. Bruh. Yeah, we need a camera up in this bitch. Shit, I need an eraser. I'll borrow that. Yeah. Erase all this dumb crap. Ooh, wait, I know I know how to top this piece off. I need. Where's the black pen? I need that. No, not that. This one. Thank you. Now let me just. I gotta be very careful. Circle. Circle. Yeah. There we go. And then circle. Circle. Yeah. Perfect. It's a masterpiece. This is a collaborative effort. I'd like to thank everyone who joined in to help make this happen. This shall now be called the whore corner. You want to become AFK, you're gonna go into the whore corner. That's how it is. Hello, Chucky. You're an unexpected visitor.
バーベキューグリルで肉焼いてる。
But a welcome one. I'll have you know.
お、向こうは向こうでなんか書いてるな。
You know, it's always good to be appreciated, especially when you're a psychopathic, you know, soul murderer. But you know, you get the idea.
Details.
Details. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. There we go. Fine. Perfect. Well, as you currently see, we made her look like a bitch. Was raped with dicks in her face and a fan, and her chained up against the wall. I pronounced this the whore corner. Do you want to go to Where's all this coming from? What is happening? I can't erase fast enough. Oh wait, I have a question. For you, Sketch, or Ske? I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name.
Yes.
When you stream, does that thing above your head always there, or is that just a personal thing for your avatar?
You mean the mark over my head?
Yeah, that Twitch block on top of your head.
Well, it's just well, part of this avatar. And look, that dude behind you was trying to give you a pair of ears.
I don't have hands. I'm a fucking tall bird. Oh damn.
What the AFK?
Why are all y'all artists? What the fuck? Gay. Don't wanna draw? I can't. hand. Oh no.
Is this like a drawing competition now? He's so buff.
Boop.
Well, that ripped.
There we go. I serve my purpose now.
Great. Keep up.
Jesus Christ.
It's really weird because my head is inside the lamp. So like I could see the edges of it. And the top of it, the inside at least.
That everything is, well, kind of hard to use on VR.
Beautiful. Oh, it's gonna slay. It's just like,
Well, both of them are really good.
I'm upsetty spaghetti because all y'all can draw.
I can't.
Both of those drawings are wearing nothing but, well, underwear.
I think I'm gonna head out.
Do you know this person or are you just violating them?
またジャパンシュライン更新されてる。誰だ。わからんな。やっぱこいつだ。もう一つできないんだけど。しかないのか。オフだとなんか寂しいな。でもな、オンにするとでかいんだよな。こんなんいたっけ。
RQ, 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 this is the prison, this is the prison.
ドロップド A フォロ。
Oh, did you? That's very nice of you. Thank you, sir.
S おはゆう。
I'm doing good. Right now I'm not doing anything in particular. I'm just wandering around.
トランプイズゴッド。
Nobody see my pants.
Yeah. He's godlike.まあみんなこうやってたのか。
Senang katahan ba? Chocolate makahimli. 세상에.
しが来た。あら、クビさん。いつもと同じブラム語ですよ。
ブラム語には
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 아, 병구조랑 또 가당. 아, 지금飲み会やってきました。
와. 저 교수님 추천으로 지금 취업 자리가 있어서 이력서를 쓰고 있어요.
리렉이죠.
근데 이력서를 제출을 했는데 그 안에 자기소개서도 같이 제출하는 게 있죠.
そうですね。自己紹介書でほとんどまとまっているのが。
성장 과정이랑 성장 및 장단점 와.
こんばんは。
いや、自己紹介って実行小説ですから、ほとんど。
マエロさん、こんばんは。そうです、こっちは夜です。
大学に入るときに。
はい、こんにちは。こんばんは。おはようございます。
はい。Hello. おはよう。
おはよう。
Hola.
Hola.
I was thinking about that, and is konnichiwa really the same as hello? Is that can you say that anytime, or do people usually pick the like the right one?
Well, it has a right period of time to use it, like during the daytime, I think.
Oh, really?
Yes, and at night, well, we use konbanwa.
Oh.
But
yeah, I know that you use that at night, but it's like in English you can say hello like no matter what.
And
so is there...
well, I kinda use konnichiwa all the time because it's night somewhere on Earth. I think it's kind of it doesn't really matter to use it.
Okay. Because in English, like you can say hello, but even like konbanwa usually is translated as like good evening or like good afternoon or something. But no one really ever says that. No one ever says good evening or good afternoon. That's like only if you're like in a service, like you're like a customer service person or something, like you're at work, maybe you would say that.
Okay.
But normally no one ever says good afternoon or good evening.
So they just say hello.
Yeah.
That's
morning
easy.
Is the only one that people seem to use. Just good morning when it's morning.
Okay. Morning. I think you can just stick to konnichiwa all the time. Or join my cult.
Wait, what?
Join my cult of using konnichiwa all the time, no matter what.
Oh, okay. What's up, Steve?
There's konbanwa sometimes.
Steven-san.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey. Welcome to Japan Shrine. I know you stop by my channel, stream channel, time to time. But have I ever met you in Wheeljet before?
I don't think so.
初めてだ。
Oh.
First encounter. No, you don't play Wheeljet
sure.
that often.
Oh well, I do, but it's like I don't know. I mostly when I'm on, some other people are either asleep or. I don't know. I think mostly why I haven't seen you is like, and I don't like show up on streamers because like for me it's kind of. I feel it's not the like streaming part.
No
mostly
highlights.
the dudes I watch. I don't know if it's like. What's the word? I feel kind of awkward sometimes because I'm like, oh, it's the dude I watch. You know?
He's too famous. He's a celebrity, right?
Just another streamer I found.
I don't really know about that. That avatar viewers, well, that gives me, makes me kind of uneasy. It has no highlights in your eyes. And
PTSD.
Actually, wait. Let me try.
No pupil.
No pupil, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
I'm gonna have as well. I have a few more.
Do you?
I think I have a new one I found.
Nice.
Oh, it's Earth Chan.
Austin?
Yeah. It's Earth.
It's Earth.
Yeah, a girl. Yeah.
In human
She's
form.
got the moon.
Wow.
Money man.
I thought you were making it up, but it actually has.
No, it's
You are now Earth. And why are you wearing a mask? Are you catching cold? Well.
I could be sick.
Yes, you're always sick. I know I know what's causing it. Well, whew.
It's this right here. This is the reason.
Oh.
This is the reason. Yes. Smoking can be something to be blamed. Oh.
So
how
you
you been?
Steven? You good?
Oh, me? I was gonna ask the one. I think it was good today, but I'm kinda I'm wrapped up in a blanket because I'm not sick but kinda fevery, you know.
Fevery. Well, so you think you are down with something?
Well, I had the, I keep the window open and it gets cold.
I see. Okay, so you left the door open.
Yeah. I mean, I don't feel too bad, but I still I'm kind of contained in my chair with my blanket, like.
Oh. So you are trapped. You've been trapped. You were trapped in the blanket.
Yeah. It's so comfy.
Yes. Nobody can escape from it. I don't blame you. Ooh, who's using that annoying emote?
A good question. I don't.
Think.
Never mind. So I see.
How are you guys?
I see. Leaving commenting Japanese on my stream sometimes. So, how well do you speak Japanese?
Bro, it's like I can. But I sometimes it's like I know the word, but I'll forget it when I need to speak.
Okay. Yes, I get the feeling. Well, I understand. But if somebody else use the phrases or words, but I can't use it. The words aren't familiar enough to come out of my mouth.
Okay. So it's like You can recognize it, but you can't produce it.
Yes, I can recognize them, but well.
Yeah, but yeah, I have that problem a lot too with sentence production, but that's because I slack too much on grammar.
Oh. Well, it's obvious that happened. Well, it's like somebody is showing you the answer or the words, so I can easily recognize or understand it. When I'm the one to present somebody else the correct word or phrase, my wardrobe so cluttered and I can't find the right word. It's really frustrating.
I think so. I have that problem, but for me it's weird because I grew up in well, I was growing up in my own country, but how I learned English was most of the time I was quite close to the media and always watching some English show, right? So it's like I've been watching TV since I was like half a year or something, right?
Half a year.
Where is Steven from?
Quite young.
Well, sorry to interrupt you. My viewer and I are both wondering where you are from. I think you've told me.
Let me think. Do you know a place called Estonia?
Estonia?
Yeah.
In Europe?
Yeah.
Okay, I recognize the name country. I don't know where exactly the country is located.
You know Finland, right?
Finland?
Yeah, so go south of Scandinavia and then go to the border of Russia, and that's like right below Finland is where we are.
So is it close to Sweden?
If you go straight west, then you'll hit Sweden, but before you'll have like a sea or water.
Okay, and that gives me an idea. I have a vague, blurred world map in my head, and I think I have an idea where it's where, but
I can give one more hint because it's like have you heard of the Baltic states, right?
Baltics. Baltic. I think I recognize is that the name of the sea or ocean?
It's the sea and the free states that are there.
Okay.
Let's just make it easy. It's right here.
Okay, that's very useful. Well, I can pretend I understand by pointing at that avatar, and it's somewhere over there.
You know, it's I don't know, maybe this is just me, but I feel like a lot of Americans don't have very good geography sense. At least I don't.
Nah, me neither.
In mine, I think it was my freshman year of high school, we had to take mandatory geography. So this was the only time during my school that I ever was going to learn about like the Earth and just geography of the planet.
So
but on the first day, our teacher just gave us like a giant packet, and he was like, "Okay, we're gonna watch videos like every day and just finish this packet by the end of the year." And I would just sleep through the videos, and like the last week I copied the whole packet. It's almost everyone in the class did that.
So it's like the sleep hours.
Yeah. That's why my understanding of geography is so bad.
So you didn't spend much time while staring at the
No.
world map like globe.
Yeah. Even if I had a globe, I'd probably struggle to find something that.
You just make a doodle
Like,
and
I know-
or just throw it at your friends.
All I know is just America, North America, South America, a little bit. And that's it.
I mean, I think your class was actually, because for me it's like we had something fun. We had the test, you know, we had the like, it's a test where you can just click on this or like what country is this or something.
What sounds like a quiz, pop quiz, geography
Yeah.
quiz.
Yeah, it's like the online one. We did that. That's like the fun thing.
Okay. And how well did you
I knew everything besides the Balkans.
Well, I don't even know where is that in Europe? Where is that?
If you go Greece, that's basically the southeast area.
Okay.
So that's like Yugoslavia.
I'll just nod and pretend that I have an idea. Knowing theそうなるほど。わかりました。Well, don't make stop making the matter worse. Well, we can move on.
Okay.
Let's see.
I wonder, what was it? How did you guys like? I mean, when you guys learned your first foreign language, how did that go? Just through school or something?
Oh.
Well, okay. Well, so what? Your first language is English, right?
Yeah, my first language is English.
And second, well,
I
is
can't.
it Spanish
I can't
or
even
something?
say. Well, technically it would be Spanish, but yeah, it's not. It never got too good. It was just conversational. So
I think you
I wouldn't say I
told me that.
learned. I didn't really learn Spanish. Like I can talk, I can recognize, but it's not more than that.
But you talk with your talk to your parents.
So that's really why my Spanish isn't so good, because my dad spoke only Spanish, so he was learning English when I was like for a couple of years after I was born. So when I was young, my mom would never talk in Spanish with my dad, so he would learn English faster. He would force him to speak in English.
Wow.
So when I was younger, like no one spoke Spanish in the house because my dad was still trying to learn, and so they wouldn't use Spanish really until like later, and it was only just to talk to family.
So now your dad, your father, well can speak.
Oh, his English is really good now.
Wow.
Yeah, his like. My mom would tell me he would get mad because he would say something in Spanish, but she wouldn't answer him. She would tell him, "You have to say it in English."
Like what does he say when he kind of out of control or mad? Like a la mierda or something?
Yeah. I don't know. They've never told me that, but yeah. My mom said she was so adamant about it because if you don't know English and you're here, well, especially back then, people would just try to take advantage of you. So she would say like, if you're ever not with me, then you're just gonna be stuck. So that's why you.
Okay, so her
so
policy
hard
was
about it.
like, well, show no weakness to others.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, in America, you have to worry about that kind of thing. So.
It's hard to relate kind of
Yeah.
since for those live in Japan, well, it's isolated country and we don't worry about such thing because every single person speaks Japanese.
Yo, is this fucking Korea?
So it's.
I think. Well, I grew up with both English and my native language, so for me, I I think the worst part was that my English was better than my native language at some points. I just watch TV, and for me it's just interesting, all the shows, that like films, and I was more attracted to that, like.
So did you find at some point your first language wasn't as good as your friends?
In a way, 50-50, because it's like, what's the word? I'd have family, then I'd have, like, we'd also watch normal media, like, in my language. But that's pretty, I think the dubs are like, imagine a monotone man, like a monotone old man voicing everybody, even like the little girls.
Oh.
So it's just like the most like.
You mean like me right now? That's what you mean.
I swear, it's like. I mean, we get good stuff at one point, but that was later, like. Oh yeah, I remember I had a problem with the language stuff. Was I like in my language there was a different word for pineapple, right? So what would happen is I would know pineapple, the picture from English, and then I'd know my language's version, but I would never correlate them. I would never be like, oh yeah, that's that, like. So it's like I could never translate. That's the problem, right?
So you didn't know it in your first language, or you didn't know it in English?
I knew them both, but I couldn't understand it was the same thing in both
like
languages.
If you saw it.
What?
Oh, okay.
That's an alien feeling.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
So if I present,
I don't know if I ever had that happen.
if I show you, like here, pineapple, and so you have any? Do you have any language in your mind to like when you recognize this object? Which word will come up for?
For me, it's like I have two minds in that sense. It's kind of like I can speak English fluent and my mother language, but they're both separate. As in, it's as though there's two languages in my head, but I can not translate them. Like.
Well, that sounds like you have two different personalities.
Yeah, in a way.
Or like different firmware or different operating systems.
Yeah. Yeah, it just sounds so weird to me. I don't know.
It's like I grew up with both of them, really being my like native tongue. So it's kind of, in a weird way, it blended like.
Okay, so you have a hardware, your brain, and your middleware. You have two middleware, is it Estonian? Huh?
Yeah.
And English, and you built up some knowledge and vocabulary on this separate firmware. It's
I also have the problem. I just take, due to my language being we have a problem with we take foreign words and we'll just turn them into our words, right?
That happens in Japanese all the time.
Yeah. So I just take a verb and it become like, well, the problem is with verbs we don't do it often. And I had the problem where we had the word to effect, right? We had also the word effect in our language, but that was the end product. Like, if you're saying, oh, it created such an effect, right?
Yeah.
But you could not use that in the verb form because that wasn't the right thing. The right thing was something else, like.
So you guys basically borrow words from the languages, like from English, and you kind of changed the way they use it. Well, that's again that happened in Japanese all the time. So well, I can't blame it. we're an expert in borrowing words, especially from English.
Let me give you an example though. Like I don't know. Have you heard Finnish or any of those languages?
The first language spoken in Finland.
Yeah. Have you heard anyone speak it? No. Or
well, have you had somebody speak Finnish?
Oh, wait. Have I heard? I wasn't paying attention.
Well, I'm asking both of you. Like, have you guys heard?
Finnish.
Heard someone speak Finnish? I know. One of my friends is Finnish, so yeah. I know that this. He sent me this funny video. It's actually. Do you remember the video I sent of the guy that ass is the most complicated word? Do you remember watching that one?
I might not.
He's a Finnish comedian, but he did.
Okay.
One, so he does like Finland, but he knows English, so he like does jokes about the funny stuff that happens in between.
Okay.
And he has a joke where he teaches like the most useful word in Finnish, and it no niin, because it can mean like, depending on how you say it in the context, it can mean like 50 different things. So you can. It's kind of like in Japanese, like if you just say like so desu ka, you can like.
Wow. That
you can say that like just for fun, but in Finnish it's even like you can say it like almost all the time.
Oh, that Finnish word is way more with context depending than those some words in Japanese. And where were we? Well, so that's how much we know about Finnish.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like as comparison, because I mean I can show you my language but it's like that's the closest comparison I can give you like on how it sounds. Kinda.
No, okay.
So if I was to take the example of effect, if we were gonna say effect in my language, it'd also be effect. But I think if I was gonna say the word to effect, it'd be muyutama.
Oh, okay.
Muy fabulous.
Muyutama.
Muyutama.
Yeah, like you know how in Chinese there's the or like a hu or like a shu, yeah.
Chinese language has so many vowels, that makes me crazy.
Bro.
Someone talk about Chinese.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Ni hao.
Ni hao. Ni hao. It's ni hao, not ni hao.
Sorry, man. I forget the tones.
Come on.
Sorry, man.
So, what about Chinese?
I was just talking about the vowels.
Oh, there are tons of vowels. Tons of vowels.
Tons of vowels.
Wait, you still learning Chinese?
No. I just kinda tried for
What does
few moments or not even few minutes of this. I just gave up all immediately. Well, so I know nothing. I know nothing.
I think I mean I had the same with at one point I was learning languages. So I think I had two phases. Right now it's the third phase I think of me learning languages. Second phase was I had the Duolingo app, you know what I mean?
You had what? You had
the Duolingo app.
Duolingo, yes.
Yeah. So I was learning like I think I was doing German and Greek because at the time I had I was gonna move either to Germany due to school stuff, right?
Wow. You're learning German. You're teaching yourself German.
Yeah, so I was like back in the day when I thought it would be like that, right?
It's amazing. Well, many people in Europe learn like 3 or 4 languages. It's I know they kind of those they have the European languages have well some thing in similarity, must have things in common, but still it's yeah, the idea, even idea of understanding like more than 3 or 4 languages makes me feel like crazy.
I mean, I've never learned, for instance, I've never mastered more than 2 languages besides that I have my native tongues, right?
No, but you still understand other languages, right?
I mean, they taught us at school. We had the choice of Russian or German. But yeah, due to what was it? Basically, no one wanted German or no one picked it. We just went automatically Russian.
Okay. Russian.
Yeah, I guess that seems to be pretty common in like European countries that they know a lot of English too. So I guess if you are European and you're already learning English, you probably don't want to learn another European language.
It's like
right? I would think
it's native tongue, the biggest minority, and then the English, because it's like then you have all the things that you need, like. For us, it's the Russians. For the Finnish, it's the Swedish.
Oh.
So what do they learn as like third tongue in like Japan besides like English?
Sorry, what foreign languages? I've learned.
Don't they like teach or do they only teach one extra foreign language at school like?
In Japan.
Well,
Chinese is pretty common, right?
From
I guess just like public education, like
from elementary school to high school. Well, then we learn pretty much only English. In university,
so you can't choose to learn anything else.
I don't know. Well, English first. English first. And
that's true.
But in like high school, do you have the option to learn anything other than English?
Do I what?
Do like Japanese students in high school have the option to learn anything other than English?
I think in some well, like private or some few high school, they may well show some option other than English, but again, English first, and other languages they can wait. They can wait, unless you have a specific goal or things you want to do. And from university, well, I think they give you options other than English, like German, Chinese, and Korean and stuff.
Isn't Chinese kind of like well, in the way in Asia, like sometimes like Latin, but in Asia, because like you got all the kanji and you have all those kinds of things.
Well, Chinese. Well, we do have Chinese and Japanese do share some characters, kanji characters. That's pretty much it. The similarity ends there.
Yeah.
And, well, everything else it's so different. I think Chinese well, it's more similar. It had more similar grammatical rules with English than Japanese. Japanese and Korean are so similar and have similar grammatical rules, and well, I think Japanese people some Japanese people will choose to learn Korean language.
I heard Chinese grammar is similar to English.
Right? Oh, my viewer kind of backs up about the similar being Chinese being similar to English in some aspects. やったー。
Yeah, I know. I mean, probably because we already know English and universally everyone usually tries to learn English, but we had the option at my, even in junior high, so in middle school. Since then, we had the option of learning Spanish, French, German, and then I think there was one other language choice that you could pick.
I really envy American people and the people in Europe, because most of them know English, and they basically have common or medium languages to communicate with. They have freedom. They have more freedom to choose what language they learn as their maybe third language.
Yeah.
いいな。
I mean, in a way, it's the word. I mean, we have some languages that are like they don't have a country or exact country where they're spoken, right?
Is it
like the dying languages?
Klingon?
Well, for us, we have like our country is new. Like it's been like it's back from like 30s it existed, but then came back 90s, right? But the language family of like where Finnish is involved, there are much more of the language that were spoken even in Europe, right? But well, the problem usually is the areas where they were spoken or are still a little bit spoken are majority Scandinavian or some other language now, so they have to be bilingual because more it's the what's the word the government's changed or the area where they live has changed. Like,
well, I'm having trouble following what you're talking about. But
well,
yeah, are you saying it's like even one country, one single country in one country? Well, you guys have different languages or different variants or like dialects.
What I'm getting at is pretty much due to us being really compact into Europe, right?
Okay.
It's kind of like there are language continuums and like there are languages in between languages, right? Like in pockets and places.
Okay. Now I get it.
Yeah.
So you have no choice to and learn more than one languages to facilitate or to make communication.
I guess it's like it's kind of like maybe like at the borders, because the different areas are so small. Like at the border where they're close to each other, the languages would kind of like mix together.
It's amazing.
So it's kind of like an in between language.
Yeah, those countries in Europe, not just in Europe, but in Americas too. But they share borders, and they can kind of move back and forth at ease.
Yeah.
that never happened in Japan.
Yeah. It used to be a lot easier to get around the borders here in America before the recent times, because I know like a lot of people would tell me like older people now, they would say, oh, like especially in California that would live at the border of Mexico, they were like it was actually my college professor told me, he was like, yeah, when I was a college student we were in San Diego and they were right at the border to Tijuana, to Mexico. So he said for lunch he was a white guy with like blonde hair, blue eyes. So he said him and his other white friends would just go down into Mexico, and he said there was no border security or anything. So they would go have shots of tequila, eat tacos for lunch, and then it was only like an hour or so away from their college. So they would go down the border, and then when they came back, there was border patrol. But when he came back, they saw a group of white kids in the car, and they were like, "Yeah, you're good. Go ahead." Just let them back in.
They wouldn't even check your passport, or
No, they wouldn't check them at all. Just they would see the 3 white guys in there, just all right. They knew they were just hanging out and over there.
what?
Yeah, and you can't get away with that anymore. Too strict now.
Yeah. My wife, she's from Mexico, and she told me how difficult or how strict getting across the border can be.
Yeah. The other way from Mexico into the U.S. is still, even back then, they would still check you. But if you were like obviously white, you weren't Mexican, then they would just let you in.
Wow.
It's kind of racist thinking about it, but back then they didn't really care.
Well, so having a drink. Have a drink. Or just
yeah.
in Mexico.
At a lunch break, just go have a lunch break over there. He said they would come back kind of drunk too, and they still didn't even care.
Traveling
over there,
abroad was that easy back then.
Yeah, but from the border, yeah, right there.
I mean, for us it's the same with right now with our border with Latvia. It's pretty much all the booths are just empty.
Empty?
So you could you walk just over the border
like the security booth.
Ah, okay.
They're empty.
I think we even have a entire city that's basically split in half. It's like half is on one side, half is on the other.
So the borderline just goes right through it.
Yeah, you can just walk through it.
Okay. There's actually I forget what it's like the Tri-Point. There's a place in it's I think it's like southwest in the U.S. where there's a border where 3 states connect together. So if you stand on that point, you're in three states at once.
So then
I forget what it's called. It's like the Tri-Point something.
Tri-Point.
I forget.
That's new word to me. Well, I learned something new too.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called the Tri-Point something. I think, but it's the borders like exactly meet right there for 3 states.
Wow.
So lots of people go there and take pictures standing, right on it. So they say, "Oh, I'm in 3 states right now at the same time."
Oh, that's silly, guys. But I like that. I would try. I'd definitely try.
Yeah, I would do it.
I mean, I know that my father's side we have our family's from like a border area. I can't remember, but basically it's there's a city, but it's south of the city there was a village, right?
Village.
And basically you'd have like I think 3 different people living there at once. Would be like the Russians, the kind of the other people that were living there, some kind of like Finnish kind of people. And then you'd have Estonians, and they're like somewhere as well.
So little like diversity in one place.
Yeah. I
Mm.
mean, West was like Swedish people, East was a little bit Finnish and Russian, and then South could be some Latvian dudes if you really wanted.
What did you say about Russia?
The Russians on the East Coast, or basically Narva, like close there.
It's hard to imagine.
I think
It's really hard to imagine. Well,
I mean,
that's wow.
it used to be easier. I mean, because my father's side is from Narva, Narva, basically like on the river of like that would go from the east or something. And the mother's side would be from that village that's a little bit south.
Oh, wait, before I forget, because you mentioned earlier about you just say konnichiwa whenever because it's day somewhere. I forgot that I think it was like popular in. I saw it in like Western like kind of entertainment media, but like the cowboys would drink in the morning, and then someone would be like, "Oh, why are you drinking? It's so early," and then he would say, "Oh, it's 5 o'clock somewhere." Because that's when like the bars or stuff would open at like 5 o'clock. So it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Okay, maybe that's where the some phrase comes from. That well you know the Overwatch video game, and
I think doesn't.
They're the cowboy hero in the game, and he said it's hiding somewhere in the world.
Oh yeah. They definitely got it from there for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't want to forget. I was gonna tell you that.
Okay, nice. That's nice. Okay.
So if you ever want to drink during the day, and someone it's like, it's so early. Why are you drinking? It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Nice. I can definitely use it.
What's the difference between moshi moshi and the like regular stuff?
Moshi moshi and
like the regular stuff, because I know it's like konbanwa, konnichiwa. That means like good day. Or, like,
moshi moshi is more like excuse me, or on the phone. Like it's used like hello. But well, we don't use it much in normal conversation besides on the phone.
Yeah, I think I've seen like would you do that like if there's like an intercom, like if there's like an entrance intercom, would you use like moshi moshi if you were like trying to press it, or would you? It's like that kind of thing, right? And then I know on the phone too. It's like where it gets used the most.
Well, sometimes some people maybe in older generation use that to get someone's attention, like excuse me, moshi moshi.
Okay.
But that's it.
What about is there like a, because I know because the Koreans have the "you good," right? Like how are you, right?
Okay.
Or something to equivalent. Is there like a, because I know it's like genki desu ka is kind of similar, right?
Well,
like,
we do.
Are you good or?
We don't. Well, we do have phrases like that. Genki desu ka? Choushi wa dou? O genki desu ka? Like that. And the thing is, we don't really. We don't use those phrases as often as those outside Japan, and sometimes we get stuck, or we have trouble how to answer such question, like okay, let's say you ask me, oh schedule, how are you, and I'm like, how am I? So,
if you're not sure, you always have to say I'm fine. That's what if you don't want to say, because sometimes if you say I'm good, then it's like usually maybe if you're only actually feeling good, people will say, oh yeah, I'm doing great today. Like if you're in like a customer service job, then you have to say, like, you ask them how are you, and then they say, and then they ask you, you always have to say like, oh, I'm great, or like doing amazing today, But normally if someone asks you, you can just say like, I'm fine, like normal. That's like a good one to always say.
Well, we kind of think too much about how to answer, and okay, well,
yeah,
I got to tell them exactly how am I doing? How am I doing?
Yeah, it's because I don't have to do it too often, but at my job sometimes I see visitors come in, so like it's almost like a ritual thing. Like someone comes in and needs to say, oh, like, hey, how are you? And then they say, oh, I'm fine, and then they ask you, how are you? And then you say like, oh, I'm good, or I'm fine too. But it's not like, we're not really asking you like, how are you really doing? It's like it's just that back and forth really. But sometimes I think it depends on the area in DC. Because sometimes people will really be like, instead of just how are you, like, oh, how are you? How was your day today? And then then you might actually say, like, how's it going?
Well, it's like an extension of greeting.
Yeah.
So we don't have such kind of custom or such so
what about like, do I just ask like, what's the word? Is just how are you, or do you ask as well how have you been in that way?
Wait, so are you saying how to say those two phrases in Japanese?
Well, is it like, do you ask more just how are you and it means both like how you been and how are you right now, or do you ask differently?
You mean in Japanese?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Right?
Like what's normal, I guess.
Well,
like what you would normally use.
Well, it's like if I want to ask somebody how they are, how are you or something, well, I just say like genki desu ka? And if I want to sound like how have you been, well, I'll make it that I make the phrase like past form, like genki datta, genki deshita ka. That will mean like how have you been. So it's that the people use such form to catch up with somebody who haven't you met for a long time. Genki deshita, genki datta. Well, those questions are kind of more tricky to answer, but it's I think they're still easier to answer compared to what I had with my friend yesterday. Well, this guy, he likes to walk around in an anteater avatar, but he keeps such difficult questions to answer. Like it's so difficult that I can't explain. His Japanese, his questions about Japanese, it's so hard to answer, and that gives me.
Yeah, I was listening to him a little bit, and I was like, yeah, I do want to know what the difference is between those.
Marutu-san, konnichiwa. Hello, annyeonghaseyo.
Yeah, hard to figure out just on your own what the difference is, like the slight nuances.
I am front cat.
I think I had a similar thing with Twitch dude I watched as well, a Japanese dude again. I asked him what's the difference, or it's the problem with the two kinds of there's kunyomi and onyomi, right?
Kunyomi and onyomi, Japanese reading and Chinese reading. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello. One milk, please.
One milk. We only have beers and Coke.
Coke.
Okay.
That says bro, not bro. Coke.
Well, help yourself if you can.
I wanna Coke.
Well, you're welcome to come inside and serve yourself. And where were we?
Hello.
What happened was
I'm here.
Right.
I asked like the dude what's the difference, or somehow like how kunyomi and onyomi works, right?
That's a vague or a broad question. It's hard to answer.
Because I think what happened was you know the one kanji can have more readings than one, right?
Yes, it has. They have.
Yeah, so it's like I didn't know it was just like not just two, but even more like.
Yep.
So I got real confused, like, because
you have fantastic hair.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I live right there.
Yeah, I'll live over there.
Oh, nice. I wish I could see it. So, I think what happened was the joke was, I asked him, well, kind of something related to that, and what he answered was with, I think they confused more with they didn't think I was talking about the kanji, they thought I was talking about pronouns for some reason.
Oh, okay.
So like, yeah, kun-san, yeah, like that, yeah, you know?
Honorific.
Honorific,
So it was like,
okay.
the entire, like, I think I tried afterwards as well, but we never understood each other. It's like, he was like, yeah, this, and I was like, yeah, this.
So, well, they're kind of mixed up with kunyomi and honorific kun.
Like, I didn't wanna, like, you know, because I only just wanted to ask something simple, and I didn't want, like, to take his time too much, so I just was like, okay, then, like.
Okay, you just move on.
Yeah. I mean, it was interesting though, that like, the entire convo was like, one speaks one, other speaks other.
That happens. Well, it's hard. It's one of those challenges when learning Japanese, or one kanji with so many readings. So many.
I can't even remember. It was something. I can't remember the kanji itself, but it was like something to do. It was either the entrance, one part of the entrance, or exit kanjis.
It's like iriguchi. Oh, I wish I had a marker here, but so that I could draw it, double write it, write the writing.
It's like what's the word? It's. I think the problem was I saw 3 different meanings. It was like this with this, this with this, and this alone, right? But in a way, the 2 kanji combination, it switched. Like it was 2 different meanings for 2 different like kanji combinations, like, or the reading was different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
Yeah, complexity like adds up, like exponentially.
Yeah.
2 kanji is two different meanings each. Wow.
Yeah, the one that frustrates me the most is when, like, I'll try and read, like maybe on Twitter or just on some website, I'll try to read the Japanese, and I'll run into something and I'm like, what is that? I haven't seen that before. And then a kanji, so, and then I'll like, cause I have like a add-on my browser that lets me, like, if I highlight over a kanji, it'll tell me the reading and the meaning.
Okay.
So then I'll highlight it, and then it'll say, like, whatever it says, and I'm like, wait, I know that. Like, I look at it closer, and it's just that it was written a little different, or it was too small. I couldn't see. So it's like, oh no, like, I knew it, but I couldn't. It was written a little differently, or too small. Like, oh, I knew it. It's so hard, because when I do my studying, the kanji are like blown up, you know, they're big. So it's like, oh yeah, like, okay, I know that one. But whenever I read anything, the kanji are just like so small sometimes, or they're written in a certain like different way, and I'm like, I just can't recognize it sometimes, and it makes me so frustrated. Like, oh, I knew that, I just couldn't tell it was that one.
Well, even I will sometimes think that we could get rid of just using kanji altogether. And that's what the US once tried to do. Well, after the war was over, but it didn't. The plan didn't really fly, so they scratched the plan.
Yeah, I know people always say, like, and it's true, because I tried to read like in all hiragana or something, but like hiragana and katakana, like when it's all like close together, it's like takes so much longer to read. But like kanji makes it easier to read, like more compact. and easier to understand quicker.
Yes, so the
So
ceiling
that's why-
the ceiling is really high, but well, once you master it, well, the kanji are really useful.
Yeah.
You understand the sentence at a glance. You don't even have to thoroughly read
Yeah.
it. Well, those kanji characters kind of give you an image or well, like idea of what the sentence is
Yeah,
about.
just like right away. Yeah.
That's,
So that's like the good part, but
That,
yeah,
that,
it's tough.
yeah, that can be. Well, that makes those merit those well goods make Japanese even harder to learn for those outside Japan. Really hard to master, or even hard to enter.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
wasn't there something like I read once? I mean, I've had like Arabic friends who I like read Arabic, or sometimes I talk to them, right? And they have well, their readings are kind of simple. The problem with theirs is they write it in a way that you have to know what word it is already. Like you have to put, like if you want to make it simpler, you can put the things like that show this is how you say it, right? But you have to, like normal reading, you just have to guess and be like, oh, this looks like this, what's the logical answer in this phrase or in this like sentence?
Sounds like a guessing game.
Yeah, kinda.
Well, that doesn't sound like such a fun idea for a language.
Then there's also, yeah, was there, you know the picture scripts, right? Like kind of similar to the like hieroglyphs, but like
yeah, like the Egyptian glyphs.
Pictures?
there's like
Pictograph.
the Tibetans I think still use. I mean the older texts for their like religious stuff, right?
What text?
They have. Well, the Tibetan dudes have like for old Buddhist scripts, they have like literal pictures,
Sanskrit?
Like no, they have the dudes in Tibet, like in the mountains.
Okay.
Himalayan dudes.
He's saying like they still use like pictograph text, so you know like the Egyptian glyphs. It's like a picture of a man.
It's like lots of
picture of a man,
lots
a
of
picture of a
lots of
bird,
emoji.
a cane. Yeah, it's like reading. Yeah, it's like reading emoji. Yeah, that's like the. That's how they wrote.
Okay, pictograph. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
I don't know how you read them though. Like I didn't. What's the word? I didn't pay attention too much on the readings, from what I understood.
But those
similar.
Those ancient letters kind of lost their pronunciation over time, right?
Yeah. It's like Tibetan language is kind of similar to Chinese with the tones. So they could have the problem with one picture. It means more things than one, or. But I think I can't remember exactly what the real problem was, because I remember it was put under one of the hardest scripts to learn or something.
Linguistic or study or research is amazing. Well, I have no idea how those researchers manage to like guess or understand those ancient scripts which nobody speaks today.
There's the Rosetta Stone, you know.
Yes,
like if someone writes
something in two languages, right?
Yeah.
Was it Egypt and Latin? Oh, I don't remember.
I think
there's three on there, right?
Three?
I think there's three.
Oh, could be, yeah.
Really?
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think it was either
I don't remember.
Egyptian, something else.
I think
I think it was.
There should be Egyptian and was it Latin? I don't know. Well, something.
Maybe Latin.
One milk again.
I mean, I think. I think it's so long ago. That was even before Rome, so it might be Greek.
I thought it was Egyptian and Greek.
Okay, well,
you know?
okay. There's somebody commented like Egyptian and Greek, and so that kind of matches well what you were just saying.
Yeah.
So it is only 2. Oh, okay, I was wrong.
Well, we could add Japanese to it.
Oh, dude. What's the oldest Japanese script again? Like, didn't the Chinese write something or?
Fuck you. Oh, until some point we only use Chinese letters to write things, and I think it was like this until like I don't know. Well, maybe 1,000 years ago or something. And at one point, we invented our own letters, like hiragana, like I think katakana first. Well, by modifying.
Really?
Yes. I was so sure. I was so sure that hiragana came first, but that wasn't the case. Well, we. Yes, our ancestors kind of modified or simplified some kanji letters to make katakana, and then came hiragana.
What? Wow, I can't. Really?
Well, what?
I would never have guessed that it was katakana first.
I would like that.
Yeah.
So, well, those Japanese alphabets are kind of young or not so old. Well, they are older. They are older than Korean alphabet like Hangul, but still, they are young. They are kind of new.
Are the circles and the things that mean soft things like either H turning into like B or D, you know what I mean? Like
you mean that like little circle and double dot on top top of the
that, like that turns from like ta to ga to pa.
It's like it turns ha into pa, P-A or B-A.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it new though?
I think it's new. Well, wait, no. I think no. Well, old days, people in old days wouldn't need it.
Yeah. I guess maybe because now katakana is used mostly for like loan words. I thought it must have come later, but
yes. That's exactly why I too thought katakana was a younger cousin of hiragana.
Yeah. Wow.
It's the other way around actually.
Again, milk.
No milk for you.
Please.
Can I add all of you guys?
You're my favorite banana.
Take some, if you want.
Actually, Ray, do you know or have you seen the history of Spanish or anything?
No, I don't know anything about.
Oh,
really.
Yeah.
I guess that it's originally actually Spanish from the Spaniards, but besides that, I don't really know.
You like me?
No, I get that. Yeah, no problem with milk.
2 milk.
It's like oh, picked if the milk is back.
You still want some milk?
Yeah.
We don't have any, so
double milk, please.
Well, ask somebody to breastfeed you.
Oh no. No, please, I'm Mother Earth. I only have water.
Okay, water.
I only have water.
I I go crying.
That's hilarious.
I go crying.
At least you can keep him hydrated.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I think it was he'd be in your Discord server type like stay hydrated, but I forget how to say it. It was forget. What?
It's 水分補給.
水分
is like 補給 means to recharge
okay.
or recuperate or restock or something.
Okay.
Ho means to complement or to supplement. Q means supply.
Okay. So it's like resupply your like water.
Yeah, 水分 is the two character word. 水 水 water and 分 is element.
Yeah, because I could read because I know the kanji for sui and then bun, so I read it. I was like, oh, sui bun, but I was like, I didn't know what it meant. I was like something about water, but then I looked it up and saw that he was saying like stay hydrated.
Nice. Well, so you actually learned something from that silly exchange.
Yeah. Yeah. Whenever anyone types it there, I try and read it, and then whatever I don't or can, I look it up.
Wow. Great. So that makes me feel less like desperate or serious to make something some meaning to the conversation. So I can just goof around and
you can just say whatever,
post stupid things like Wolf does.
Yeah. I don't think you have to do anything like formal or anything. I don't think so.
So it's like just posting phrases like it's hot today. I'm dying in Japanese.
Yeah.
That can help sometimes.
Yeah, I think so.
So are you still learning Japanese?
I'm trying to, but I'm trying to find Sadone. Have you heard of them?
Hiro Sadone?
One milk again, please.
Yeah, I know Sadone. He's one of my friends. I have him on my friend list.
Okay. No, maybe I can. I'll mute him. He's too. He insists too much.
One too many times.
One too many times. Oh, one too many times. That's a good phrase.
But what's it called? Sadone, I think he told me to get the entry level exams or something.
You mean JLPT?
Or yeah, the tests like that he's doing.
So your friend wants you to take a Japanese exam.
Well, more he said that's a good way he himself is like learning the Sadone.
Okay. Sadone?
Yeah, I think.
Did you say Sadone?
Yeah.
Is it a that name can give rings a bell? No? What? Who?
I mean, they have a green hair on their avatar, if that helps.
Is his Twitch name Sadone VL or something?
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
You know them?
I see. Yes. I recognize. He started following me on Twitter, and I had no idea who he. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's on Twitch, but anyway. So if you are still interested in learning Japanese, are you already in our Discord server?
Actually, wait. Don't you have it in the description? Because I can't find it usually.
Well.
Yeah, it's in the description.
Yes, it's in the
alright.
description. Somewhere down here.
Alright. Wait, let me open. Because
it's just a piece, like you click the banner, like the picture. If you click on the picture, it'll take you to it.
Alright.
That's
It's
easy.
just I had to close off web browsers.
I think the link still works.
Yeah, I think so. As long as you didn't set it to expire, it should always work.
I haven't, so well, it should work.
Oh, didn't you guys have a lag
We
spike
have a-
earlier or?
Lags.
Oh yeah, I
lag
did.
spike?
Yeah, I
just
lagged a
checking,
little
okay.
Nice.
bit. It's fine now.
Wait, I'm opening Discord.
Open Discord. Open Discord.
Oh,
So we're gaining a new student? A new member?
Student? There's no
Student?
designated teacher in the server.
Here are Sensei's controlled. Come
Well,
on.
I'm telling everyone that I don't teach. I just help others practice. That's all. I'm not at the point of teaching anything or anyone anything.
alright. No homework even?
You're so modest.
No homework. No homework. That's the best part.
Yokatta.
Yokatta. Yokatta.
Wise man's Kachopi.
よかったね。Oh, well, yeah, I think you're about 62nd member or something. 60 something.
Actually, wait.
Uh,
For me, it just shows there's you and just general, and it shows like everything else is empty for a moment.
You mean
it should. I think he just has like after a certain amount of time, it'll let you everything.
Okay, now I get it.
Okay.
I think.
So, can you see Japanese sentences I posted in one channel, like VLC vocab or something?
I only see two channels, one voice channel and one text channel, both are general.
Both is that all?
But I can send you a pic if you want.
Did you join? Maybe you have multiple servers on there, or like maybe an old one.
Well, I have only. Okay. I think you've joined the wrong one.
It should be the one that has like the Japanese and American flag, like one.
Okay.
One with more like
Do you
Japanese.
have another server link on there?
Yeah, that I put my stream link. I put a link to my stream server for my streaming. Well, I don't use it much, but still, it's there.
Oh, okay. Is there anyone in there?
Sorry.
Is there anyone in there besides Steven who joined it right now?
just two friends of mine. Well, that server automatically kicks new people unless they have roles assigned to them. So it's mostly for temporary use to interact with viewers and stuff. So it's no point. You can just forget about such insignificant server. Okay, let me check. Well, if you've joined, if you really have joined us.
This
But
I was just gonna say welcome after you actually joined.
True. Wait, let me think.
Ah.
I think this is the right one. It has
Yes,
Japanese.
yes, yeah. I've spotted you, in the server. Steven, right? Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to our server. Well, I still tell them
Yes,
the server is in kind of quiet, but
Eventually, I'm gonna do something like I'm gonna try and type like a sentence in Japanese every day in the channel or something. But after I get settled into my my college classes or something.
Just yeah, you can flood the server with your Japanese writing. Well, and if you have any suggestion or request about like words or phrases and sentences you want to know in Japanese, let me know. Well, I'll post them along with like simple English translation.
I mean, I remember I had the problem with you know naze, right?
Naze?
Naze.
I think the problem was I think I didn't understand like I've heard before the phrase nazenara, right? But I didn't connect it was because I didn't like check the formal and informal because I only know it was like you think because was something else I remember I learned.
So are you saying you had trouble understanding how to use naze nara?
Yeah, I didn't like. Now I know there's naze nara, and then there's also the kara.
Hey boy, you understand because I wanna say it.
Okay. Oh. どうした? Sorry.
Oh, milk. What you say?
Okay. You still want some milk? You want some milk so badly, so much that you are willing to interrupt our conversation. Is that what you want?
Чего он сказал? Он что-то говорит про беседу, я не знаю. Oh, I open mouth and you drink me.
I think I've had enough meaningful or fun conversation here, so I think I'll be leaving. Then, じゃあ、おやすみなさい。
またね。
My translator, bro.
Thanks guys for watching.